Mid-August 2018. Estes Park, Colorado. It was the middle of the night after a long, grueling road trip in a 5-vehicle caravan across Iowa and Nebraska. The seniors supervising the sports trip whispered to their freshman counterparts to get up, trying not to arouse the other campers sleeping on the neighboring sites. The seniors knew what they were going to do once they got into the clearing up a half-mile from the campsite. The freshmen thought it was a small midnight bonding hike, because that was all the seniors told them. What started as a calm trek up a gravel road, the crunching of each step reverberating through the woods, turned into a chaos characterized by dog barks, the seniors stripping off their clothes, leaving nothing but a pair of sandals for those who weren't completely stripping down. Some freshmen joined in the chaos, but a majority of that impressionable group watched on in confusion. As one of these impressionable freshmen myself, this event changed my life not because it was the impetus for trauma, but rather highlighted a pattern that I wrestled with over the course of the next 6 years of my life. There are many reasons why I consider rebranding my YouTube channel, but the biggest one was how much I grew unexpectedly due to a shot-in-the-dark randomizer video. This growth gave me a common feeling a lot of people wrestle with when faced with any kind of unexpected success. Am I deserving of it? That led to evaluations of my life, namely understanding the unconscious nature of my particular masking experience, something I can only describe as a child lost in the woods. It led me to re-examine the fallout of a close friendship I had with someone, wondering how exactly close was I to this person, and how much did they actually know how I'd actually act without this mask. So many tangents, contingencies, evaluated, which ironically was the child in the woods trying to protect himself. And then there was the channel. How much did my audience know the real me? And how much was I willing to be open about that? I'll be honest, it's a mixed bag right now. My echolalia and heightened sensitivity to the various stimuli found within the games I play is on full display on my channel. Two big things that are able to leak through on this sphere to great effect. Not everything does, though. In the spirit of the catalyst which set me on this path I am on now, as of 6 years ago, this is who I am going forward. Hello to all you wonderful weirdos. I am the one and only FormerMoonGod. A username which is meant to evoke a lot relating to what I just disclosed here. This username was taken from the nickname I went by on that sports team in question, as that was what was done after one witnessed that confusion. You were quote-unquote reborn. The name that was given to me? Khonsu. Named after the Egyptian god of the moon. I wish I could say all of this just wasn't true, but it is. For a good solid 2.5 years of my life, people in this circle knew me as Khonsu. Now I would rather I use this name for silly purposes only, because while I do not want to use what officially became the name for my mask out in public, I do think it's a fun name to use in some of the games I play. I cannot begin to thank you all for sticking by me here. And I hope with this rebrand I'm able to shed a bit of the mask I have little by little. I want to be real with you all here. I want to be able to express my interest beyond the original scope of this channel. A Fire Emblem channel with a contradictory username. I want to create experiences which are lighthearted, silly, far from serious, and honestly a little insane. Because I don't think that's a bad thing every now and again. To try and kick off this trend, I think it's more than appropriate to present this as the most out there thing I have ever tried to do here on this channel. There's no fancy trailer. I will be laying it on all of you here. The next playthrough, well, I would say playthrough, but I don't know if that's necessarily accurate here. I am going to play Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. Only for this particular experience, I will be recording multiple takes to make sure I am minimizing and practicing the dialogue in this visual novel / gaming masterpiece as much as I can to make sure that the quality of my voiceover shines through. This game is offensive, questionable, with a bunch of weird characters to drive a bunch of senseless conflict. So, of course, I will be playing it because there are a lot of people, like myself, who see this game as a pinnacle of accidental autistic representation. The entire series, rather, to be honest. No way am I passing up a chance like that. It will also be less frequent uploads, so we're not all getting too overwhelmed, because I honestly get bored of my own stuff if it isn't tailor-made like the montages. I'm also just recognizing that I tend to, like, drop out after a good solid portion of my playthroughs, so it really does serve to help me going forward. I will provide more info once I get the timetable figured out. The hack showcase, the other big thing that I want to discuss here, is probably going to be multiple videos now that I realize it, because there's a bunch of insanity to the stuff that I was told to check out, which I think will mesh well as its own video, depending on how or what sort of just like blends together. I don't know, like I have quite a few hacks already lined up, and I'm still on the first, still just chipping away at it. I'm still figuring this out as I go. So, I really cannot state this enough. I am very appreciative of your patience, since this isn't something that I do full-time. And I thank you so much for all your support. Just be yourself, you wonderful weirdo. If you like what I'm trying to do and what I am planning on doing, if you found this by chance is your first experience for me, welcome. I hope you're able to stick around for a while. Farewell for now.